Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to another recording of Hearthstone. You could probably notice I'm missing a quest here. I got it, it was destroy 40 characters, and in the process of trying to win 5 tavern brawls, or 4 of tavern brawls with a paladin and a priest, that got used up. Got another pack, so I'm up to 3. I'm waiting till I get to 5. I'll do a separate video of a 5 card pack opening as a joke. And then after that, I will get back to recording just opening packs as I get them. We're at 2,770, which is pretty good considering it's only been a couple of weeks, probably, or a few weeks. So today's Tavern Brawl, which I only need 1 victory of, is Shadow Towers. Whoever lurks in the shadowy towers, you do. Skulking behind the tower's sturdy walls, your minions have stealth until their first turn. Well, they're still at their first turn. I don't know why they go Shadow Towers here, because there's really nothing here that mentions towers. Pretty much playing a standard priest deck here. Let's hop in. The only thing that would even make an argument that there's any kind of implication of a tower in this custom Tavern Brawl is the fact that you get 10 armor, each player does. Otherwise it's just your characters have stealth the first turn, which would, I imagine, ruin, like, create a really powerful deck.
The light shall bring victory.
Spent the extra time to think of every single card and what stealth would add to that dance. There's probably a significant amount of like 3 1s, 2 1s, 4 1s, 5 1s, 6 1s to play and just get some major hits. Yeah, see, each person gets 10 armor, and that's really the only extra thing that goes here. Some of the strategies of this priest deck actually doesn't work so well. For instance, there's a card that will summon a light warden and heal 3 and the character is still damaged. That doesn't actually work as well as it normally would, because anything that is magically summoned instead of just played doesn't receive the stealth. So, I don't have a lot to talk about, and that's why we're still doing this stuff. I've looked at a list of everything that is coming out. There's like 3 games on that list that interest me. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and maybe I Am Setsuna, maybe I saw something else, but I obviously don't remember it, and I just looked at the list like 5 minutes ago.
How many fingers do you see?
Now, I have no real plans to play any of those. I could be doing the Witcher 3 expansion. It feels like it would be, if I had the funding for it, now would be a decent time to go back and play more Witcher 3. Which is weird because it's the second DLC, so here's the card that doesn't work as well as it normally should.
Embrace the red.
Does this hurt?
I had really no interest in playing the first Witcher 3 DLC, which ironically was called Heart of Stone. This one's called Blood and Wine. But I've had enough of a downtime to play it. And that's interesting also because I just finished playing Shadow of Mordor, which is a fine game. The DLC is garbage. The amount of DLC is completely unacceptable too. But it gets done. The main game is fine, I would say, but very repetitive. And the story is lacking. It's still, I've played 2 Lord of the Rings games now, neither one of them have really told me the story of the Lord of the Rings that well. I was even going to expand it a little bit more and play a free game I got called One Troll Army, and I played that for an hour, and it was this very simplistic city building where you really only had like 8 things you could build in the city, and it felt like you'd only be able to upgrade those 8 things maybe 4 times each, and then you also control the troll that would do a tower defense of that city. So it's a combination of 2 simplistic cell phone style games.
The dam stand ready.
That's not a bad idea, but there was just not enough in it. It had no voice acting. It felt like Warcraft in a lot of ways, and kind of makes me want to go play Warcraft if anything, because that Warcraft came out on like 5 floppy disks and had voice acting. Maybe the CD-ROM Warcraft did and the floppy disk version didn't. It used to work like that, but Warcraft certainly had a lot more scenarios, a lot more control. It, like StarCraft, you're controlling units, you're building a lot more things, gaining it. This one, One Troll Army was holding my hand for the entire game as much as I played, the 1 hour I played, and it's just like, we're gonna tell you exactly what to do and how to do it, and then we're gonna, on top of that, give you a quest to do the next thing. They'd often give me quests to do something, and I just couldn't possibly have had the currency to afford the upgrades yet, so it's like you get this quest, then you have to go through a couple of waves, and then you get another quest. It would have been a fine 1 hour video that I recorded, but some of the graphics was weird. It would not record right. I thought I had got it recorded right, but it just didn't want to work with OBS, and that's my first experience of that. So the combination of it not recording right and me already doing it once, I wasn't gonna turn around and I wasn't gonna turn around and play it for another hour just to try and get footage. So I got that game for free because it was free on Steam, and that is, I guess, the best example of how a failure should go as far as recording. It's just like, play it, didn't like it, didn't want to play anymore, didn't get any footage out of it, I wasted an hour, basically. Let's play a little standard here. We're about 4 days from this ranked being reset. So, like, right now we're up to level 18. I guess we should play... Let's see. I guess we should try and play something on ranked mode and see if we can get up, since we've got nothing else to do. So yes, One Troll Army actually got a lot of recording done yesterday, I guess, because I did at least 2 hours of the final DLC of Shadow of Mordor, and I hope they make some definite improvements. And with Shadow of Mordor 2, which I think is coming out.
Your soul shall be mine.
I think I heard it.
I must
announced it was
protect
coming
the
out.
wild.
So, if that is the case, that would be great. If they improve upon it. But the DLC didn't integrate into the main game, so any runes, any progress you make in the main game doesn't come over to the DLC. Any progress or runes you get in the DLC doesn't go into the main game, and the 2 DLC don't talk to each other either. I'm just gonna go ahead and squelch this guy immediately. But I'll give him a green.
I agree.
Let's see.
For the wilds.
What's funny about Shadow of Mordor is how it is just like leaps and bounds better than Assassin's Creed 1, and still kind of a leap or two below Witcher 3, which was only a year later that game was released. And it simply seems that it's because it was not ambitious enough. That's the way it feels.
For the wild.
And I guess I should play a card, shouldn't I? I'm trying to wait, but I'm gonna lose if I say wait. Alright.
Bathe in flames.
This. And then this. Take this. Play this. Play this. I'm playing wrong here.
Job's done.
If I had made it a 2-5, I would have been able to work that through. So then I played a game called Crystals of Time, hidden object game that was absolutely awful. It'll be an interesting question to see if there's any backlash on the final episode there, because it gave me not enough indication. I kind of knew I was close to the end, but I wasn't aware I was 10 minutes away from the end, or 5 minutes. I was actually 5 minutes away from the end. Because of that, I ended one recording that went an hour, and started the final one and went for 5 minutes, and then kind of wrapped up for another 5 minutes, so 10 minutes long. But and that's like 5 episodes total, because it was a little over a 5-hour game that only got to be a little over a 5-hour game by forcing me to do the same hidden puzzle objects over and over again. I saw on Steam that it was mixed, but I got it anyways. I think I got it really, really cheap. I hope I did. I hope I got it down there at the less than $1, maybe less than 50 cents rate. Maybe I got. No, I didn't get it for free because I am somewhat. I make a point to say if I got a game for free, although I don't really make a point to mark how much I actually paid for things. That's one metric I should keep, that I'm afraid. Just personally, that's something I don't want to look at, is to see you spent $60 on this game and you spent $5 on this game, and I'm like, oh yeah. Honestly, it's not a metric that I feel compromises integrity or helps or integrity if you just say you bought it on Steam. I mean, because like if I say I bought something at Walmart, well then you know I bought it at Walmart. Does it really help anything to say I bought it on sale at Walmart, so it was 50% off what it normally is? What is it normally? I would have to say I bought it for exactly $2.14.
Enjoy watching
whatever this thing is that I'm talking about. And I don't want to get to that in detail. It just seems ridiculous. Give me charge.
Another night on the prowl.
I'm gonna lose. Gain an empty mana crystal. Plus 4 health. Give your hero plus 4 attack. Or 8 armor. 8 armor. Then in the turn. Oh, so I guess getting charged wasn't the right move there. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. +1/+1 in stealth. Well, getting stealth without our turn here. So I finished crystals in time. My next step, according to what I configured for my paperwork, is to play Golden Age, point-and-click adventure. As far as doing a Lord of the Rings month, frankly, there's, I think, maybe one other Lord of the Rings game, and just try Hunter. I think we may just play one of every character and be done. I don't think it could be an annual thing. I think we could do Fantasy February if there was like nothing coming out in February, but if it was anything like this year, we got at least one good game in February, and we got Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider in February too, which I haven't played, so there's a little bit of catch up here in this year that I need to do, but it's not that much. Like, really, when it gets down to it, if I ignore the DLC,
hunt begin.
I would only need to play Rise of the Tomb Raider and Mankind Human, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and that, off the top of my head, I think is the only two new games that have come to PC that I want to play. I have, for a brief time, thought about doing Overwatch.
Job's done.
Maybe transitioning Hearthstone to Overwatch, because the day may come quicker than you think that I just have no desire to play it and have no, well, I may already have no desire to play it. Have no new footage too, though. So I did give that a slight thought, but truth is, if I started playing Overwatch, I'd be probably fine with it. It would be alright of a game, but it wouldn't work as a blog series. And that's one of the things one of the reasons why we do this is because it is my blog series. If not the only reason I do this, is because it's the hour to 3 hours, or the 45 minutes to 45 minutes, really, of footage in which I sit down and just talk about what's going on in my channel and think about what I should do to improve my channel some more. I've given some thought as far as to what my next logo should look like, and because I want to see if I can bring it down to an ASCII format. So there's converters online where you can convert a picture into ASCII, like just ASCII text. And I'd like to make sure that whatever my logo is simple enough that it will work that way. My current logo actually worked fine on the ASCII converter, and I would like to put that at the bottom of the description box. I have 5,000 characters I can have in that description box, and I barely use 700, I would guess, and that's including some pretty repetitive things. Now, that is still probably higher than most people's info on their descriptions, but that doesn't really bother me too much. Let's see. Do I want to do this? Just to kill this guy? I don't know if I'm gonna win this. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think I'd ever do Overwatch. I think it's a fun game, and I'd be alright playing with it. It also gets into the Borderlands issue of, if I'm gonna play a game that Overwatch to me feels kind of like Borderlands, and if I want to play a game, I should play Borderlands first.
Reporting for duty.
Get those off my list. Summon all three of them. Let's go ahead and do this.
Obey me.
go. I have 4 health, and I can do not enough. So if I do 5 here, and then 3 here, and then 2 here,
Job done.
and here we go. Wow. Some uptick in my income went up. I jumped up to $1.91. Maybe there was just a lull there where people weren't watching YouTube. Maybe there was a glitch. Maybe there was something with my videos. I don't know. The only thing I could really think is I'm starting the end of her story right now. Maybe that's getting more attention. Yeah, I've lost again. Don't worry, I'll lose on them all. Even if I won, like, I'd have to win like 3 times in a row to get up the ranking enough. I don't even know if 3 would be enough. I may have to win 4 times in a row to get up to 18, and that's where I'd like to end the month. Of course, no guarantee I'd stay at level 18 by the time the month ended. I imagine a lot of Hearthstone players, if they do want to end on a specific rank,
You asked
would
for
want
it.
to
Oh, it is on.
would play a lot at the end and not so much at the beginning, or maybe play a lot at the beginning and then stop for the middle time once they've reached a certain point, and then let the month end. Yeah, you could do it either way. Of course, that doesn't help with quests, and if you don't do the quest, you don't have the gold. This game is so pay to win. This Forbidden Flame sucks. I wish you could do it to the face. If I could do 10 damage to the face on the 10th turn, that would be quite an increase. So do I want to play this? No. So yeah, I'll play Broken Age. I'm gonna try and line everything up if I can. Finish up effectively what is gonna be. If I do this on him, then this. I guess that was fine. Not ideal, but I guess that works. I'm hoping the 5 recordings of Crystal's finishes up that one, because that one in particular was in the middle. And then I'd like to try and keep everything evened out. What's on TV? Let's see. Supernatural ended surprisingly on a dull note, considering it was God and his sister fighting at Supernatural. And then I was sworn that they were going to end it right then. That was the final episode of the series. The series has been going on for so long. Apparently it brings lots and lots of jobs and money to British Columbia too, because I was looking up reviews and stuff on the internet to see, like, is this really the end? And it's like, nope, they're gonna come back for another season. I can't believe they are.
Let's make magic.
The problem there is it's been running too long. You could do a reboot of Supernatural and just do the good parts, and it would be fine. It would be so much so much better. I kind of feel that way about a lot of the fantasy shows. It's like that's where you get Battlestar Galactica, which really wasn't a remake as much as it was a straight up. Let's see what this does. Deal damage to the self. Thanks. You fool. I thought a lot of what Battlestar Galactica tried to do in the reboot was good. In the end, it kind of fell apart itself, but nowhere near as bad as I suspect as the original series, having not actually watched it. Does Flamewalker's ability activate? Summon a 3-cost minion. Let's try this. Go ahead and kill this guy. The Flash ended on a somewhat confusing twist in my opinion. CW is scaring me a little bit. They're gonna have a DC comic series on Monday through Thursday, different series, and boy does that seem like you're just putting all your chickens in one basket there. It seems way too much of a commitment. Do I want to kill him? Or do I want to protect myself? I guess I want to protect myself. So, yeah, Flash was... I'm not going to spoil it, but I mean... They're going to have Arrow, iZombie, which is technically Vertigo, but which is owned by DC. Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. So that's like 5 days. 5 days of things. It's just ridiculous. Let's ask him to see if this works. See, it doesn't work. Interesting.
Flame on!
Flamewalker only works after
Job
you
done.
cast a spell, not when he casts a spell. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. I watched a movie, I thought it was a horror movie called Dream House. Turned out to be a mystery around a murder in the house, not really a scary story at all, which was slightly surprising because halfway through the movie they felt like they revealed the mystery, and I was like, well, what are you gonna do with the rest of this show? What are you gonna talk about or show? And then the revelation came about. I guess I could have killed that guy, couldn't I? Oh well, I'll take him out next turn. Actually, I should have taken him out there, shouldn't I? Because he's just gonna use this ability to kill some other people.
Do you hear its call? Let's make magic.
Animated armor actually wouldn't work against Cthulhu at all.
Listen closely.
But if he's just going for a Cthulhu deck, that certainly doesn't change much.
Sometimes
Let's see.
Ready to rumble!
Face.
flame
Face.
on!
And face. In the turn. I kind of wonder if I'm ever gonna get back to recording like 6 or 7 or 8 videos a day. Maybe I think it was probably too much. Just this morning as I was watching YouTube and reading emails and just going through Twitter, I was thinking to myself, you know, a lot of people do this every day. That's what the beginning of their jobs are.
Can I light your fire?
Reading emails and such. So it's not completely.
A minion with taunt is in the way.
It's not completely unrealistic. Oh man, I have lost.
Where am I?
I did not realize he had taunt. I see it. If I just get one thing that can do 4 damage to the face in this next turn, I can still win this. So, in a lot of ways, I kind of wonder if I shouldn't. Can this guy do anything? Minion to the deck from the battlefield. Yeah, that didn't help any. I don't think I'd have this guy in my deck at all. I probably need to take him out. He's too late for to really work out. So, honestly, I think I make even worse quality footage too as we move on to Paladin. If I wake up and try to immediately record, I need to wake up a little bit, think about, get my head on straight, drink my coffee mentally, since I actually don't drink coffee, but just kind of feels like that's the thing. So typically I don't even start recording until 1 in the afternoon, and then I end at 10. So if that was a straight amount of recording and I didn't take many breaks in between, that would be 9 hours of footage.
So shall be mine.
But that's not the case. I usually go for 2 hours, take a break of at least 10 minutes, and then I come back and record for another couple hours, and then take a break for at least maybe an hour there. So, which is, again, is kind of typical of a job setting. You would maybe work for 2 hours, take a 15-minute or 30-minute break even, and
Nothing
then you
scares me.
would work for another 2
Except
hours, and
mice.
then you would take an hour lunch, usually. So, really, when all is said and done, at most you're going to have is 8 hours of footage, and I'm not even getting that much, but as far as the duration of footage, I think I could be satisfied with making a little bit less and dropping one of the recording things.
Why do you call?
We're close to wrapping up. Well, we're not really anywhere close to wrapping up
Not on my watch.
the Lego stuff, but
Is that
we are
it?
closer. I would say we'll eventually wrap that up, and then that series can end. I could wrap up one of the middle series, but I don't know why I would want to. These small independent games, there's still a lot of those. I mean, you're almost never going to run out of those. So I don't see why you would do that. The puzzle games, there's enough of those to work. The point-and-click adventure games, I still have a lot of other things to do there.
Not on my watch.
So maybe eventually
Is
I'll
that
get down
it?
that way. Does this guy deal 1 damage to a random enemy?
This is my responsibility.
Let's hit this guy in the face instead.
Job's done.
So, yeah, point-and-click adventure games, probably not going to finish that within 2016. Maybe in 2017 we would have so few of them remaining that could get integrated into the small and independent games. The one series that potentially could be ended may be Hearthstone, but then it just messes up
This is
everything
my
else.
responsibility.
And here in a few months, I'm sure the next Hearthstone expansion will come around and it will get me more viewers. I'm not getting any new subscribers. I'm not getting any new viewers. I did update my featured content to now put to my playlist that I used to call Everything in the World, but now it's just called Latest Videos. And so that means, because it's still everything in the verse, so whatever the newest video is at the top of the thing, at the playlist, but that allows them to constantly promote the latest video instead of the latest uploaded video, which has been a thorn in my side because it's almost always a Hearthstone video that's getting promoted. It's just like, go see this Hearthstone video that I uploaded 6 months ago because, well, not 6 months ago, but a month ago, because everything else that's airing right now, I have uploaded 3 months ago. I imagine if I was doing things immediately, there'd be a big difference there. Let's try this.
Reporting for duty.
Wow. Game feels like it's being a little slow today. So, yeah.
My eyes are open.
One of the things too I'd like to do is all the difference intro would have probably, I feel like it would have been done better if I had someone else read it, but then it's just not being very honest, is it, at that point?
To battle.
If I go hire some lovely voice actor to record it for me, that's not it. Also, that commercial is just like a straight up interest growing commercial. It does nothing whatsoever to actually tell you what my videos in particular are like. But whatever. I'm still very proud of it. It's just, as I'm thinking more and more about what the next intro, the next commercial should be whenever that comes about, which is probably a long time I'm trying to be a bit more informative. Again, it probably points to a good argument that I shouldn't do an intro, but I definitely need an outro.
Reporting for duty.
I can't really argue against that one. As far as actual content on my videos, it's still very much the same thing, particularly on Shadow of Mordor, where you're just running around and killing orcs the whole time, or UX as what they're called. I mean, there's just, how many different ways can I say, well, we're doing this now. This is happening.
Put your faith in the light.
Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these guys.
The battle.
Take 3 to the face.
The battle. The battle.
I think I probably talked non-stop all the way through Crystals Through Time because it was a 5-hour game, and talking for 5 hours, I probably didn't even really repeat myself that much. although I do repeat myself quite a lot. I strive for perfection here, but also I'm doing something that nobody else really is doing. I need to keep that in mind. Streamers on Twitch. Oh, by the way, the One Troll Army had control that game by streaming on Twitch, which seems like ridiculous because the game's not interesting enough to play to start off with.
Don't test me, child.
But like, streamers on Twitch don't have the same situation. They're talking to people. I could certainly see in some scenarios me playing on Twitch and trying to talk to people and then playing very badly, but then having a lot more to say. But it all gets away from being an actual game. And I would say the majority of people on Twitch don't actually criticize enough or even claim to be a critic. So, whereas I personally consider myself an actual critic, independent critic, I may be, but I'm here to review the games, except for in this case, where I'm reviewing my experience of this game a little bit, but mostly just talking about other things on Hearthstone. So these videos are as much my Twitch stream videos as anything else. And a lot of the things I do for my channel are based on the hope that my channel grabs 10,000 viewers or more, and at some point, and people really want to go back and look at my old videos. I think that would be ideally what I would want.
Back to your homes.
And then
Nothing scares me. Except this.
To battle!
go this way in the face. So we're not gonna make it through all the characters. We're at 30 minutes right now. Fine time to end. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, let me know in the comments. I would love so much, I would love input, but honestly people don't even watch this video, so how can I expect input really?
Cthulhu is my shield.
Is that it?
Take this guy out.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
Attack here. Even if I get a victory here, I'm not gonna go up a rank. Maybe we'll play some more rank play in the next recording. We're about a week away from E3, so maybe E3, hopefully we'll have something to say. If that is the truth, that would be great news. 2 damage to everybody. Let's go ahead and do that. Then take this one out. And then
The light protects me.
and this.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
This guy out.
To battle!
Is that it?
My deep hope is that E3 does announce a bunch of games. That is definitely my deep hope, but my fear is they aren't going to. I'd also like a lot of games announced that would actually come to Steam in particular that haven't been on there. My collection of games is a little short. It's a little low when I start to think. Alright. if I can get this guy doubled and clear a path, I can win. Can I do that? Well, this guy can kill this guy. And this guy can kill this guy.
Elements I like. Totems
This way.
I love.
Reporting for duty.
Is that it?
To battle!
Let's see. Attack the face, I guess. I've lost. So we'll go ahead and play this in the turn. And that will be the end of this recording. Time to move on to the next game, Broken Age. I haven't played a point-and-click adventure game in quite a while, since the end of Sam and Max, which was a rather long series. Hopefully I can speed through the rest of the Telltale point-and-click adventure games and other point-and-click adventure games. Still, I have a lot of games, but there are a lot of old ones. Like Warcraft is a great example. It's like, why can't I play Warcraft or Warcraft 2 on Steam? Can we get that to work, please? Can we get an upgraded, remastered version of it, since they're making a Warcraft movie? You would think they would do that, but no, they didn't. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording. Nothing's changed in the shop. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation, that'd be very helpful. And if you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.